Hello everyone, here we are in another tournament game. Today we have the 1 seed Perfect versus the 8 seed Lead Pink. It is game number 2 in this round of 8 series between our contestants. Perfect took the first game, and we will see what happens in the second game. But Lead Pink, it is your choice. Do you want the map or the enemy?
I will pick the map, and I will go with 0.
0, alright. And then Perfect, what enemy are we facing?
Outlaw, please.
Outlaw. Alright, so we got 0 and Outlaw. So go ahead and adjust your builds. Go ahead and take your non-variant weapons and slap them on there. If you haven't already, do all the stuff you need to, and we will get this second match in this round of 8 going. Like I said, Perfect took the first game. We'll see what happens in the next one. Once again, my co-host is Red Dread, helping me out. Let's go ahead and check what our contestants are bringing to the party so far. Looks like they're good on their weapons. Got their non-variant ones already equipped. Lead Pink has his boosters all ready to go, and he is readied up, so good to go on that front. And looks like Perfect will be changing his character a bit, so we'll let him get ready. And we'll get 0 Outlaw Gold going in just a bit. Another good matchup underway soon. I guess you could call this right now the calm before the storm. So Vanguard right now versus the Exemplar.
What vest does Perfect have on? What kind of vest is that?
Off the top of my head, I am not sure.
It is structural ergonomics. It's all power recharge speed.
Oh shit! Okay, you had to buy that, huh?
You mean my equipment, right?
Yeah, you got to buy. That's the one
yeah.
you got to buy, huh?
Yeah, that's for recharge speed. And you have the technical kit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the best off the top of my head. I'm not sure what they all look like. You would think after thousands of hours of playing the game I would, but that's actually something I never really looked at too much. But with that that kit, though, if you didn't grab it early on in Andromeda's history when it was available in the store, then you'd have to go through the process of buying it afterwards, I think, through the PlayStation Store and everything. So that kind of got a little bit messed up, but luckily there still is a way to kind of force it out of the game. So the more you know,
how do you what do you do? Because I think I've got all the vests and everything.
Yeah, if you get all the equipment pieces, then if you buy like the game again or like one of the add-ons and it gives you an equipment as part of like the package that you buy, it will default to giving you that one because you have all of the other ones.
Okay,
yeah, it forces it out because it has to give you something, and that's the only thing left to give you, so it forces it out that way.
So but that used to be one of the ones that you could buy, and then they made it so you couldn't buy it.
Or
it just never was put back in the rotation for some reason. There's probably a better explanation out there, but it's no longer in the rotation, so you'd have to do it that way.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
they did that so you're forced to buy a package. That's what they did.
Maybe. But alright, Perfect. Got your stuff on, looks like. Alright, so that's good to go. So whenever you ready up, we'll get the match going. Alright, now let's go ahead and get it underway. So 0 Outlaw Gold. Another good matchup coming up. I'm going to say it's going to be a quick one. 0 is always a quick one. Smaller map, enemy spawns are close together, contestants can get back and forth between new spawns decently quick. It's going to be a rush.
Yeah, I mean the classic.
Alright, as we load in here, I will be
go down a lot with this dude, but we'll see.
Well, that's why the Avengers are here. If you do go down, you have someone to get you back up. You just gotta use your revive smartly, maybe for later in the game. But for this matchup, I will be following Lead Pink, and my co-host Red Dread will be following Perfect. And as I said in Game 1 here, a little bit behind-the-scenes stuff, I just picked the other contestants that I didn't follow in the first matchup. So if I follow the first matchup first, then I follow the other one, if you have been watching closely. Unless I forget. So following Lead Pink here. Let's see where he goes. Probably up to the crow's nest. That he does. Looks like Perfect is in the crow's nest as well, and I'm going to sit along this little back wall and see where they go. Lead Pink ready to hit something with the energy drain. Or the overload, actually. And he does, and we are off on this second round between these contestants, and Lead Pink in the interior of the map. It looks like Perfect is out on the exterior. In the elongated 0, and it looks like Lead Pink is on the dog. That's not a good way to start Wave 1, but he will be able to get rid of it quickly. Working his way through the center of the map, and that was a good section here inside for Lead Pink. That'll help him out, and has some enemies at the back too, so good positioning for Lead Pink starting off this wave, and it is 900 700 Lead Pink on top. Does go down though, but gets himself back up and back into the action. And is doing well with these combos. Those combos might be the key to victory. So we'll see if he can keep that up. Perfect now looking at the interior of the map. Trying to jump back up here, Lead Pink is, but looks like he changes course and decides to go around. Has a few more on the outside, so smartly goes around getting some extra kills. Down to the last 3 enemies here on Wave 1. It looks like there's a couple more at the back, and Lead Pink is in a better position to get these. Oh, drops below, though, but now Perfect's in a better position up top. Perfect does get that one. And at the end, Perfect got that one as well, too. So at the end of Wave 1, it is Perfect on top 2,000 to 15,000. 2,000 to 1,500. I'm getting ahead of myself. Those scores are reserved for later waves. Getting tongue-tied, but that's okay. It's excitement. Following Perfect here on Wave 2. Perfect to the back of the map. Double spawn. Really good position. Getting straight in there, and does. Lead Pink also gets some stuff, but the shockwave and the combos for Perfect are rolling through, getting him a lot of assist points and some kills. Take a look at that score again. 2,700 to 2,000. Now I can read properly. Looks like using his gun a little bit more, trying to whittle down what he can, letting his powers get back into play, and he does. Did leave the dog, but I don't think, well, never mind. The dog is dead. Lead Pink took care of that one. So both contestants a little bit closer here in terms of what they are fighting over. So side by side in the big room in the central part of 0. Not much left, so both going their separate ways. Perfect does have some stuff coming in this back door, so good for him backing up, funneling them through the door. Lead Pink up in the crow's nest, trying to then form a pincer maneuver on these enemies. Cobra comes out from Lead Pink. That'll help out a little bit, but I'm not sure if he got too terribly much. We are down to the last few enemies on this wave, though. And at the end of Wave 2, it is 5,900 to 3,300. I thought I saw a Cobra from somebody, so maybe I'm just seeing things. But also, following Lead Pink here for the next wave. I'm going to wait till they spawn, so they'll not to mess up our contestants. They have spawned. Looks like there are objects on the field. We'll see if our contestants decide to go for it, or we will be doing it ourselves. If nobody calls it out, one of the Avengers will take it. And it looks like one of the Avengers will take it. I'll go ahead, it looks like, and take it here.
I'm
so
right here. I can
you got it? Alright, so you go ahead and do it. I'll stay about equal distance from our contestants, trying to watch them both, but primarily following Lead Pink. So it looks like our contestants don't really have any interest in the objective right now. They would rather get kills, which is perfectly fine. It is up to them to do what they think is the best to get ahead of each other. Although conveniently for me, they're both in this room right now, so that'll work out. Perfect looking, though, into the smaller room, and Red Dread will go ahead and grab the second object. So both contestants, very methodical, clearing out this room, and then they'll usually, it looks like, part ways and try to get to some other stuff. One contestant goes down, Lead Pink goes down, does get himself back into the action. Perfect now, back at the back of the map. Is he going for this one? Looks like he is, so he does want part of the objective score. But Lead Pink is on another dog, so needs to get off of that. And he'll be back into the action. Speaking of action, let's go ahead and check that score if I can read it right. 8,900 to 5,600. Perfect is in the lead.
Oh.
Lead Pink goes down, and he is up, and he is good as they come back up the field. Get him back up. Looks like the next objective is beside him. We'll see if he goes for it or not. Looks like he is going to go after the objective. I'll do that cloak there as the... Make sure the dog... Ooh, he got caught in the air!
He got me in the air.
That can happen. That's very rare. Also, the catch on camera there, but dog did catch him in the air, so an unfortunate break. Tried to help with the stealth grid, but sometimes that's just how it's played out. But that is the objective done, so our contestants got 1 object apiece. They'll be good in the objective score. Now it's cleanup time here on Wave 3. Looks like Perfect has a decent amount back there. He is cleaning up, and Lead Pink is going through the crow's nest. Not too terribly much up here. Does leave an enemy, but he'll be probably back for that later. As our contestants clean up, I'm going to go for some nades. Lead Pink does take care of him, and probably will quickly take care of this raider, and does. So at the end of Wave 3, it is 14-5 to 11-8. Perfect on top, following Perfect here on Wave 4. Where is Perfect? He is over here. Had to look for a second. I'm going to stay down here just hugging this to make sure no spawns are messed up. Lead Pink going past him, though, might anticipate a spawn up that way. But it looks like Perfect got what he wanted. Another good spawn back here, so he has free range to go ahead and knock heads with all these enemies coming up. Looks like that also includes a Hydra, so we'll see what he does in terms of taking care of it, or if he just decides to sink a few bullets into him, or not. Doing well, a Cobra comes out from Perfect, so that's his idea. He's going to Cobra it to make this a little bit quicker of a process to take it down. 15-4, 15-9, 12-7, so Perfect still in the lead. Using that character's abilities to his advantage and definitely playing a very good game using cover. Lead Pink back of the map, Perfect in the big room here on 0. Funneling enemies in smartly. Trying not to get flanked. Looks like there's a few enemies in the other room, but they're not really coming through this back door. So he is perfectly fine to go ahead and kill what he can right there. And now going to the crow's nest. More enemies coming up exactly where he wanted. 16-8 to 13-4. Perfect still in the lead of this one. Game number 2 in this round of 8 series. Perfect took the first one, and Lead Pink trying to even it out. If Perfect does win, though, he moves on to the semifinals. If Lead Pink wins, we will have game number 3. But that is to be determined in this matchup as we get down to the last few enemies of Wave 4. And it won't be very long. That enemy was not long for the world, and at the end of Wave 4, it is 18-4 to 14-3. Perfect still on top. Moving on to the next one. Let me grab some nades and try to get out of here quickly as not to screw up any spawns for our contestants. I'll be following Lead Pink here on Wave 5. Luckily for me, Lead Pink is right there in front of me, came into my screen, so I don't have to go searching for him. Into the interior, Lead Pink goes. Does he have a spawn? Yes, but Perfect is also at the same spawn, fighting over the same enemies. Who will get the best of it? It's hard to tell at this point. But I have a feeling I know what's going to happen next. Probably a double back from Lead Pink. Is it? Not quite. Going out to the same area that Perfect is. So once again fighting side by side. Spawn for spawn. Lead Pink into the crow's nest. A lot of stuff coming through, including a Hydra. Missiles come out, but they are easily avoided. Back into the interior. Lead Pink goes. Trying to do what he can to get even with Perfect here. 20,500 to 15,400. Perfect still ahead. Wave 5 action. Alright, Lead Pink repositioning. Everything's pretty much gone in the interior. Now moving toward the outside near LZ. Perfect, where is he at? Center of the map, still using that door to his advantage. It seems like there's a lot over there. Is there Red Dread? Decent amount of enemies?
Yeah, quite a bit of stuff.
That's what I figured. I heard a lot down that way, but it looks like Perfect is dealing with it well. But now Lead Pink is coming over to try to steal some away. Going toward the back of the map, he is. Some enemies back there. We'll be able to get a few more kills. Looks like Perfect is still holding that center position. Content to let enemies come to him right now. Perfect doing well with that. Lead Pink needs to go ahead and try to get what he can to close this gap a bit before we go on to in Wave 6 and into Wave 7. Lead Pink going a little bit past Perfect here, but now Perfect going ahead, trying to get into the thick of the action. We should be nearing the end on Wave 5, I would say, pretty soon. And Lead Pink. To get out of the way again, looks like he's getting that Saboteur behind me. That one is down, not too terribly much on the screen. And we are done with that wave. Didn't even catch that we were down to the last 3, so let's go ahead and check at the end of Wave 5. It is 23-1 to 18,000. Perfect on top, following Perfect here on Wave 6. And where is Perfect going? We have devices, so we got to be on the ball for this. So if they don't go for it, the Avengers will have to. Looks like Lead Pink does want the first one. And he does get that one. So the first device goes to Lead Pink. That'll help him out a bit. It looks like at the opposite end of the map there is a device. If they do not call it out, we will go get it. Perfect. Up here at the other end of the map, looks like Red will be able to go ahead and get that one. So Red will get that one. Our contestants will be content to go ahead and get more kills. Perfect has a lot of enemies, though, so I think he's perfectly fine here. So that one is down. Another one at the back of the map. Looks like Red will easily take care of that.
Anyone want it?
Anybody want that one? I don't think so. So go ahead and hop on that Red. They're not calling it out. Looks like Lead Pink has a lot in here to his own. And pincer maneuver maybe from these contestants. A little bit, but the enemies are already pretty much thinned out by the time Perfect got here. So he will just be moving on by. I'm going to grab some nades as well and then get back to falling Perfect. But Perfect now has one. Looks like he might be going to. And he is. So he'll be able to sit on that one. So it'll be one apiece, again, for our contestants. One device for both of them. So the objective score is good. Perfect goes down, but does get himself back up and back into the action. 28-4 to 22-9. Perfect still in the lead. Wave 6. Lead Pink does have a lot back there, it sounds like, doing well at those tech combos. They did leave a sharpshooter, but he's not going to be there for long. Down to the last enemy on the field. Who will get it? We will find out. It's going to be one of our contestants, I know that. Looks like Lead Pink did get him. So at the end of Wave 6, it is 28-9 to 23-4. Perfect in the lead, following Lead Pink here for Wave 7. So this is it for this matchup. Last wave, we will see who takes it. Perfect has the lead, needs to make sure he extracts. And then we have Lead Pink over here, who I'm following. Needs to do everything he can. 2 minutes to go in the matchup. Lead Pink looks like he does have a Hydra and a dog behind him. Another dog on him. Ooh. Is able to get out of there, though. Does not go down. And back into the fight. Perfect. Lots of combos from him. That'll help out. And Raider, do not look at me. I am not on the menu. Go after one of our contestants. That is actual part of this matchup. Lead Pink going back to the long hallway. Has a Hydra. Needs to watch it, though. Also getting flanked by a Berserker. And a dog. And a Raider. Lots of enemies. Minute 20 to go in the matchup. Pretty quick one, I'll say. Always a quick one, it seems like, 1-0, unless you're doing something very, very strange. Some type of pistol matchup comes to mind in a previous year. Those people who know will know. At least I think it was on this map, I'm pretty sure. Perfect goes down, though, does get himself back up. Minute to go in the matchup. Not too terribly much here, just a Raider and a Sharpshooter. Looks like Lead Pink will be going for more in the interior. Does have a little bit more, does put down the barricade. Got that Raider pretty quick. Lead Pink goes down, gets himself back up and back into the fight. 40 seconds to go. Approaching the 30-second mark when cross-map revives are off the table, and they are now. So everybody will be coming to LZ soon. Perfect up in the crow's nest. Lead Pink over near LZ with me. It looks like everyone's heading to LZ. Lead Pink goes down. I'll go ahead and get him back up. And he's back into the action. 33-4 to 26-6. Perfect in the lead. And as we come down to the final seconds, it is going to be Perfect on top, 36-5 to 29,000. Perfect takes game 2, and he will be moving on in the Andromeda Madness tournament. But first up, Lead Pink, great matchup. How do you feel about being a part of this year's tournament?
Man, I loved it. Like, again, I want to thank you guys for putting it together. It's a little sad it's coming to an end, but, you know, we had fun with it, and that's what it's about. Thank you guys, and Perfect. Great game, man. I'm going to go back and watch the videos and see how you cream me to see if I can learn anything, but I had fun. Congratulations, moving on, and I look forward to watching more videos. Thank you, guys.
Like I say, it's always fun hosting the tournament. I know it's our last year, but we're going out on a pretty good note, I believe. So, Lead Pink, great hearing from you, but at the end of this one, Perfect, you are moving on in the tournament. You're going to the semifinal matchup. How do you feel about this victory?
Yes, very funny match on zero. Yeah, it was a great one. This one was a bit harder for me with the Vanguard, but I, I I was sure I can do this with combos. But yeah, it was a very fun one. That Pink, thanks for playing. Very good.
Yeah, great matchup, guys. Both of them were good. The combos really did help both of you out whenever you were able to get them off. And, like to say, a really good match to end this round of 8 series. And we will see you guys, I would say hopefully next year, but like I say, this being our last one, not going to see that. But Lead Pink, hopefully we can see you back maybe to watch one of the games or something like that. And Perfect,
Absolutely. We got to have a thing to where, like, just like in a couple of years, just have all the old players get back on.
We might be able to do that. Maybe in the future we will organize that. Or if our players do allow it, you can get into a party and listen into some of the matches. So we do have the semifinal coming up as long as our players agree to having some others in the background listening in. And of course we will have our championship game after that. So as long as everyone agrees to maybe having some other individuals listen in, we can do that as well. So listen for that. I'll let you guys know when we have those matches coming up, hopefully. And Perfect, of course. Good luck in the next round. And great matchup, and we will see you guys in the next one.
God bless.